Do you know how much the dentist will charge me if I don't get them there? It's like $250.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company.
Yeah, they don't like when you, if you don't give them 24-hour notice of a cancellation. Does not go well.
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir.
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready. Ba-bam! Where they place you when you first come into the memories is so good. So good. Okay, so we know all these people. We don't know who that is. Hey, Zero, how you doing? That's the guy who ends up going with the mate. It's a rooster. Can we identify the rooster? Hey, Legacy, this game is fascinating. Genuinely fascinating. Zero, you're doing your charity thing today? Okay, we know who that is. Yeah, it's fascinating. I went almost 6.5 hours yesterday, like my longest stream ever. I didn't even realize how long I'd gone. It's fascinating. Who's this guy? That I'm fairly certain is the carpenter. You're covering your ears. We know who that is. No problem, Zero. That's the captain. We know all the officers. Not really going to learn anything from this scene. We know... Okay, there's this guy who we don't know his fate yet. We're pretty sure it's John Naples. He lost his leg. But I don't know that we ever saw him actually die? Maybe he was torn apart by a beast? I'm not really sure. I don't think we actually saw him die. He's the one who was getting... He lost a leg, and the doctor was working on him. That's the cook. Alright. Died from infection? The only thing along those lines is you can say he died from a horrible illness. So that doesn't really match. Let me check. I know someone said yesterday that you can there's multiple, like, close options that both count. But I had one instance yesterday that it didn't. The, Miss Lim, who was getting bitten, I put that she was devoured or something, and it ended up being clawed. As soon as I changed it to clawed, it processed. Okay, that's the artist being crushed. We figured that out. There's that guy, that's one of the stewards. What's he doing? He's getting food. Who else is in this scene? We didn't really look around. There's bunks available in this scene, that's right. But there were no distinguishing marks. There's these guys sitting at the table. Who's that? blasted with a cannon. He's got to be one of the English guys. Either Booth or Shirley. And he's sitting with one of... Who's number 41? Let's look and see who's number 41. That could be an indication. '41 is Wei Li. So I wonder if he's sitting under his bunk. There's no number on this one. It's taken down. Let's call this guy Wei Li. Because he's sitting by that bunk. Why is there a sword hanging there? That's weird. $48, $49, $36. Who's 35? In case you need to sword somebody, yeah. Charlie. He was burned. Was this after? The memory that I'm in was after Charlie was burned? Yeah, because this is when the Kraken is attacking, and that's after everything. But then this guy... This guy gets clubbed. Right, so this is after he gets clubbed. The midshipmen don't sleep in a hammock. Oh, okay. How you doing today, Ralphine? Great to see you again. That's one of the stewards. That's one of the mates. So they found his body after he was clubbed. Okay, so the Kraken hasn't attacked yet, because he dies in the Kraken attack. So 43 and 44. Out of curiosity. 43 is Maba, 44 is Lewis Walker. We've identified both of those. So none of the midshipmen sleep in those. So then that would have been... The sword would have been Timothy Bootman, who was shot by Nichols, the second mate. When did that happen? Keeping the timeline straight is very difficult. So 48 and 49. Nathan Peters and Lars Lindy. Okay, Lindy is dead up top. Nathan Peters is the one that clubbed him. And he is obviously not in his bunk. Wow, they were sleeping next to each other. That's crazy. Ellie, how are you? I think the sword was the Persians. That's fair. He's still alive at this point, I think. How are you today, Ellie? Okay, so I'm fairly certain who that is. Just taking a guess that that Chinaman's attached to that bunk. Then we have the third mate and his steward. Who's number 56? 56 is Henry Brennan, who we know. Hey, Elk, how are you today? 57 is Alexander Booth. So that one is empty. Alexander Booth is not in his bunk. Who's the other English? 59. Is 59 occupied? Where's 59? 43, 44... 45? Ah, that would be too easy, if that was the case. 56 is Brennan. Ah, man. I thought I was going to crack something there. X. Why is that one an X? Why is that one an X? Still haven't figured that out. Why would that one be an X? Definitely gonna get confused today. That's the point of this game, I think. Still don't know why that bunk would be an X. That bothers me a little bit. 45. Can I go... I can go up onto deck. But I can't go down, right? No, I can only leave. Okay. Yeah, I thought about that, Ellie, but number 10 is the ship's carpenter, and he would not be sleeping in a hammock on the gun deck. I did think about that. And I'm only fairly certain... I basically have a rough guess as to who the carpenter is. Where's the carpenter's shop? Purser's office, post walk, surgery, carpenter's shop is on the orlop deck. The aft of the orlop deck. So I need to go down one. This should be the carpenter's shop. Bam. Psh. Get at my boat knowledge. And that connects through. That's broken down? Or... is there anything here? Yeah, there's one of the axes. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we identified the carpenter correctly. I pegged this guy as the carpenter. There's one of the scenes where he's getting spiked. He's throwing an axe that looks just like that. And there's a couple empty pegs here. So I think... right. Check for treasure. Not a bad idea. I haven't really inspected the bunks currently. Maybe there's a... 44. Is the one with an X still up? Most of the bunks got taken out when the Kraken attacked. The only bunk that's still up is 44. On the gun deck, anyway. Who's 44? Whoops, wrong button. True. .44 is Lewis Walker, who we correctly identified. So that doesn't help. Whoops. Why can't I look at this body? I want to look at the headless body. I also want to look at that body. Oh, because I'm not in a memory. Whoops. Okay, so this is when the Kraken grabs the cannon. And terrible things happen. So the Kraken grabbed the cannon, it goes off, and rips this guy apart. Who we have verified. Blasted with a cannon by a terrible beast. And then there's this guy underneath, who was crushed by a terrible beast. Or was he crushed by a cannon? Can I change that to crushed by a cannon? We still don't know who it is. Why can't I look at... There we go. Crushed by a cannon. Not really a loose cannon, but... And then this guy way back here. Leonid. There's Maba. We know who all these people are. There's Brennan. How they all survived. This entire group over here survived all this. Oh, is he... Is he number 45? Did he fall out of his bunk? Who's number 45? $45. It is! He fell out of his bunk! That's amazing! Oh, we could have identified him way earlier. He got whipped out of his bunk. Okay. There's the X bunk again. Only this time it is not occupied. I don't see any indications of someone being in or near it. Yeah, he was napping during a Kraken attack. I don't know if that's brave or dumb. Yeah, totally fell out of his bunk. He's still, like, in the fetal position. Kind of amazing. That's probably the easiest way to identify him, if we hadn't identified him before. Okay, I don't think I'm going to gain anything else from this memory, unless I can go up or down, which I don't think I can. This is gun deck only. So let's jump to this guy's memory real quick. Getting close. I need, like one more piece. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you definitely weren't crushed by a cannon. You were definitely crushed by a beast. We'll change that back. We don't know who you are, though. My guess is you're one of the Indian guys. But we don't know who. Okay, then there's this guy. Who we don't know who it is. He's one of the Englishmen. Then there's you. I'm just assuming he gets shot to pieces. Because this guy gets shot to pieces. This bunk got knocked down. Can't see a number there. What is happening here? Yeah, here's Leonid first falling out of the bunk. That's Brennan. We know all those guys. Is there a bunk number anywhere on that one? No. There's a bunk. 41. Who's bunk 41? Hey, Arcane, great to see you again. Bunk 41. I'm going back through memories trying to figure some stuff out. We've identified a few more people. We've made some progress, but now we're kind of hitting a... Okay, Wei Li, that's an assumption. We don't know what happened to him, because he was sitting underneath that bunk. There's the X bunk again. I don't know what to make of that. And we also... This has to be one of the English guys. He has to be one of the English ones. Let's call him Booth. Alright, there's nothing else in here.